Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Dear middle one students, today we are going to revise lesson 1 in unit 2 through answering some questions which you took in the extract sheet, the last one. Let's answer the problems together to know how to solve the problems, okay? Now, first one, if the work done to move a box a distance of 2 meters equal 40 joules. So the work 40 joules and the distance or the displacement 2 meters, calculate the force. هنا الرule it's force work equal force times displacement. Work equal force times displacement. I do prefer to use the triangular way. Triangular way with here, like here, work equal force times displacement. We need the force. So we must put our fingers on the force like this to calculate. Then we will find that the force will equal work divided displacement or distance. So here we have F equal W divided distance. We must write the givens first. We have here work equal 40 joules, D distance equal 2, and we need to calculate the force. Force equal work divided displacement, 40 divided 2 equal 20 newtons. The second problem for the same rule, but here it gives me what? The force is 25 Newton and acted on the object, and the work done is 500 joules. So here we have force and work. Also the same, we need the displacement. We must put our finger on the distance or the displacement. Okay, so we'll find that work divided force equal displacement like this. So distance equal work divided force, 500 divided 25 to distance. Displacement here, it's not Newton, I'm sorry, it's 20 meters. Here is 20 meters instead of 20 Newton, okay? Calculate the weight of an object whose mass 5 kilogram. If you know that the acceleration of gravity 9.8, عندنا قانون بيقول ان الويت equal mass times gravity. برضه هنا triangular way, weight equal mass times gravity. تعالوا نشوف الجيفنز. Weight we needed mass 5, gravity 9.8, so weight equal 5 times 0.8, 9.8, which is 49 joules. Okay. Let's go to another problem. If the ball thrown vertically to reach 20 meters height, this is the height, and its weight is 5 Newton. So I have here the height is 20, the weight is 5. Calculate the potential energy at two cases. Number one, highest point means that maximum height, which is 20 meters, and on the ground. طبعا كلنا at the highest point, maximum height 20 meters, all of them will be the height, and 5 meters will be weight. Weight times height equal 100 joules. On the ground, no height, so the height here will equal 0. It means that also the potential energy equals 0. Let's go to number 5. Football player kicked the ball of 0.58 kilogram to move at speed 20 meters per second. Calculate the kinetic energy and calculate the kinetic energy of the ball when the speed is double. يعني عندي two cases. First case, to calculate the kinetic. What about the givens? We have the mass, the speed, we need the K. So K equal half times m times v squared, half times m, which is 0.5, v squared means 20 squared. So it's going to be equal 116 joule. What in the second case, what if I need to calculate the kinetic energy if the speed double? Means the speed double, instead of 20, it will be 40. So kinetic energy will be half هنا V equal 40. So half mv squared, half times m, which is the constant اللي هي mass, and 40 squared, it means that it's going to give me the kinetic energy 464. If you calculate the difference between here, though, if the speed increased by double, the kinetic energy, you'll find it that it increased by 4 times. 116 times 4 equal 464. Okay. Number 6, stone of 5 kilogram falls from 8 meter height. This means that this is the maximum height. What is the potential energy? If I calculate the potential energy in this case at the maximum height, it means that it is at the maximum value for the potential energy. And also the kinetic energy will be 0. So what's the kinetic energy in each of the following? At the starting of falling at the maximum height, at height 2 meters, and on reaching the ground. تعالوا نشوف أول حاجة. Givings عندي mass, height, potential energy we need, and kinetic energy also, and gravity equal 10 meters per second square. Potential energy في الحالة دي W equal, W times height, يعني weight times height, weight equal mg, so mg height. Okay, mass times gravity. I have mass 5, gravity 10, height 8, so it will be 400. In this case, at the maximum height, the speed equals 0. So the kinetic energy will be 0. Here, the mechanical energy, the total energies is going to be 400 potential plus 0. Kinetic equal 400 joule. I need it. Mechanical energy here is very important. In second case, at 200 meters, the potential will be 5 m, gravity the same 10, but the height here is 2 instead of 8. It means that 100. What about the kinetic energy? We knew that the mechanical energy is kinetic plus potential. So I have 100 joule potential, and I know that the mechanical is 400. So the kinetic equal mechanical minus potential is going to be 300. يعني من الآخر 400 mechanical هنا كانوا كلهم potential 0 kinetic. طب لما البوتنشال بقى 100 والميكانيكال كلها ستيل 400 يبقى على طول الثانيه او الكاينيتيك هتبقى 300. طب on reaching the ground the height is 0. It means there is no potential. Potential equals 0. والميكانيكال كلها 400 يبقى كلها بقت ايه؟ kinetic. يعني الكاينيتيك هتساوي mechanical minus potential equal 400 joule. Calculate the mechanical energy of moving object if its kinetic energy 1000 and potential 500. Mechanical equal potential plus kinetic 1500 joule. Let's go to the second type. Here is the device, and we must mention the energy produced from this device. Complete. Musical instrument. We use the kinetic or the moving of the this musical instrument or the strings of it to have sound. To have sound. We hear sound. So the energy produced here, sound energy. Electric lamp. We use the electric energy to produce what? Light. But هنا light and heat energy. Because if you touch it, it's going to be hot. Gas cooker or oven. Gas oven. We use the chemical inside burning the fuel. So the chemical energy will be converted into heat energy. Solar cell. Solar cell use the solar energy coming from the sun to generate electric energy. So here the electric energy is the energy produced. Nuclear reactor, it produce what? And we use the nuclear energy to produce electric energy. I do prefer هنا لو سمحتوا, and I wrote it, and I need to tell you something. This is to produce electric energy. Okay? But we use the nuclear energy عشان هي مكتوبة nuclear. لو لقيتها مكتوبة nuclear energy, no, this is not the energy produced. it produced nuclear reactors, produce electric energy. That's not the main reason, okay? So I did it on purpose, okay? Now let's go to another one. The wind generator, we use it to generate electricity by the wind or the kinetic energy. Kerosene lamp, we use the burning of fuel to give light energy, You can mention light and heat. The last type of questions is the energy stored inside. The stretched spring, it is potential energy and stored. And by moving, it converted into kinetic energy. Stretched spring, potential, change into kinetic, kinetic into potential, potential into kinetic, kinetic into potential, and so on. For the car battery, there is chemical energy to give electric energy inside the car. So energy stored is chemical, which is going to be converted into what? Electric energy. Water falls also, its energy stored, its potential energy, because it comes from the maximum height and it's going to convert into kinetic energy. Fuel and food also inside us, by burning the fuel, which is chemical, it gives us energy or heat energy or even kinetic energy, something like this. Burning the fuel and burning the food is a energy. The stored energy is chemical energy. So that was the last question for today's revision. I hope that you understand it and you are going to be ready for the next quiz, inshallah. Thank you and goodbye.